In the golden hour of the Serengeti, the apex gladiator prepares. A high-stakes survival battle is inevitable against the heavy tanks of the savannah. The tactical layout is clear. The Pride uses pack hunter coordination to flank the herd, who respond with a disciplined phalanx formation.
He calculates the risk versus the reward. One wrong move, a punctured lung from a horn. Success, a week of food for the Pride.
The buffalo transforms into a living battering ram, exhibiting the zero flight response. Unlike other prey, they stand their ground.
The energy cost of the hunt is immense. If the lions don't end this quickly, they risk exhaustion and injury. A counter parry fails as the impact demonstrates raw kinetic energy, while lions are the kings of stealth. The survivor class. He stands in the middle of the herd, blood dripping from his flank. The cyclical nature of the hunt. Today, the heavy tank won through unity and strength. Tomorrow, the apex assassin might find a different opening. The nocturnal hunter applies. With night vision capability, they move like ghosts through the shadows. The stealth mechanics are back in play. The claws now slide out, sharp, curved, biological daggers.
The sensory advantage, explaining how the lion's tapetum lucidum reflects light, giving them 6 times better vision than their prey in the dark.
The fight-or-flight conflict rages within the buffalo's brain, a moment of psychological warfare where the tank class is paralyzed by the strike.
The lion makes contact, his grip hooks digging into the buffalo's massive neck. The buffalo surges forward into the deep.
The reinforcement squad attempts to circle back, but the deep mud denies access. This is tactical isolation.
The documentary explains the oxygen debt. The lion is holding him or his breath while exerting maximal force.
This is the anatomy of the trachea crush, a specialized move designed to end the fight quickly and safely.
She lets out a sonic roar, a low-frequency vibration picked up with bone-chilling clarity. The buffalo bull makes one last desperation charge, showing incredible torque in his hind legs as mud flies.
The lions use their whiskers and sound localization, while the buffalo relies on brute force to clear a path.
The lion's teeth finally find the buffalo's throat. The lockjaw mechanism engages the biological valve effect.
Goliath has fallen. The lion remains locked in position. The energy transfer begins, providing life for 20 others. The future generation approaches the kill with a mix of curiosity and hunger. This is the crucial learning phase.
This kill represents more than just a meal for the Pride. It's the grand theater of life, providing a signal. The opportunists wait,
The lions growl a boundary warning, but the hyenas whoop back. This predator hierarchy
Picking up the sound of a second threat. This massive rogue bull is a solo tank. He isn't here to rescue, he's here for retribution. A rogue bull has nothing to lose, making him the most dangerous combatant on the plains.
Utilizing a harassment pattern, the lioness draws those hammers, summons hawks.
The documentary narrator notes that such a standoff is rare, as lions usually avoid healthy alpha males unless the hunger drive is absolute.
The battlefield geometry shows the lions forming a containment ring around the bull. The heat signatures are intense, showing the metabolic heat. The armor-piercing capability of the Cape buffalo's horns, which can exert thousands of pounds of pressure per square inch.
The loyalty mechanic of the pride, where the safety of the alpha male is paramount for the survival of the lineage.
The price of territory is high. The pride is battered and bruised, yet they are a biological success. This is the savanna hierarchy. The apex class eats first, finalizing the harvest before the cleanup crew initiates the next conflict loop. As the sun rises over the Serengeti, the vulture squads act as the aerial recon units of the wild.
This introduces the scavenger phase. The lions focus on the peripheral opportunist. The clan leader moves forward, testing the lion's resolve. This is the bout of the matriarchs, an ancient rivalry between two predatory guilds.
A massive heavy lift. The physics of the drag highlights their raw power, working in perfect co-op mode to secure the asset deep within the grove.
The nutritional yield of this bio-unit is massive, enough to sustain the pride for several days. A hard truth of the wild safari food chain.
The efficiency of the kill demonstrates the energy economy of the savannah. One Goliath's death is the pride's salvation. The buffalo herds represent the next objectives in an ongoing campaign. In the world of the apex gladiator, victory is often short-lived, as the scent of blood acts as a beacon for...
This is the territorial defense phase. The documentary focuses on the diplomacy of violence, where sound is the first weapon used.
This is the intimidation duel, a calculation of energy economics. They want the resource, the buffalo loot.
The resident lionesses form a support line behind their leader. They are the force multipliers, ensuring the loot is...
The tactical AI of the nomadic lions dictates a flanking maneuver during the stalking phase. They seek a quick steal, avoiding total war. The resident alpha's primary weapon systems are on full display. Claws designed for grappling, and jaws reserved for the final. The alpha male launches a warning charge. The intruder stands his ground, and the two giants meet in a clash of high-impact swipes.
The conflict map shows the nomads retreating slightly.
The usurpers vanish into the mirage of the heat. Relegated to the scavenger tier, the pride returns to the original loot.
The buffalo's physicality continues to provide value even after death.
The rain changes the combat landscape. For the Nile buffalo, it means slippery mud and traction issues. For the
Heavy rain acts as a natural jammer, making it harder for the buffalo herd to detect approaching predators.
A massive migration event. The reinforcement class moves in formation, showcasing the sheer scale and...
For the apprentice class, the solo hunt presents a steep learning curve.
Inexperience can be lethal when dealing with the protective instincts of a 1,000-pound mother.
Vulnerable but protected, huddled against its mother's flank. This is the bait in the great game. The documentary reflects on the balance of power. Neither side won the storm, but both survived it.
The documentary narrator calls him the guardian of the migration.
More prey means more eyes, making stealth nearly impossible.
In a bottleneck, the herd's strength in numbers becomes a maneuverability debuff.
A stampede is a dual-edged sword. It can crush the predators, but it also creates isolated targets who trip or fall.
The anatomy of the kill relies on this precision grip. The lioness must maintain the executioner's hold against the buffalo's thrashing counterattacks.
Social units like the Cape Buffalo will often backtrack into danger to save a low-health ally, a trait that makes them the deadliest prey in Africa.
Extreme stakes. The lethality of the horn tip is clear as it grazes the lion. The gritty reality of the tearing fur and the efficiency of the pride is clear. They didn't take down the whole herd, but they secured enough bioresources for the entire month. The victorious alpha, mane matted with mud. The physical cost of conquest is evident.
This educational deep dive reveals the biomechanical advantage. The lion's bite force.
The scavenger wave arrives, a living funnel descending on the Serengeti. This is the cleanup phase. A spotted hyena clan watches from the ridge, their numbers increasing. They are the endgame threat.
The lionesses react instantly, forming a perimeter. This is the defensive shift. The psychological pressure of the scavenger siege.
The hyena's high intelligence is evident in this probing defense. The goal is to use social pressure to bait the lions into an energy-wasting mistake.
The interspecific hierarchy, where a single alpha lion can hold off 30 hyenas through sheer presence and lethal potential.
Apex Gladiator holds the line. This is the ultimate survival, securing the prize against all challengers.
While the herd offers safety, a lone bull becomes a fortress of defense, relying on the preliminary strike. This is the agility versus mass conflict, captured in midair.
The aggression shift. By taking the fight to the predators, the buffalo disrupts their pack coordination.
The lion lunges for the buffalo's hind leg tendon. This hamstring strike is designed to reduce mobility.
This is the lethal recovery kick, a critical counter hit. The sheer force creates a shockwave, capable of breaking ribs or collapsing lungs.
This is the climax of the solo hunt, a canopy of fangs and fur signaling the inevitable conclusion of the wild safari cycle. A veteran buffalo knows the water is his final shield.
Extreme close-up on surface bubbles. The camera focuses on the violent churn of the water. Suddenly, a lion's head breaks the surface, gasping for air. Then another. Retreating to the shore, their morale broken. The marsh bull, the king of the marsh, achieved victory. The wounded gaur emerges from the water, scarred and limping. This is the survivor's gate.
Licking their wounds, the aftermath of failure, the shame of the predator. Failed hunts are attacks on the population, weeding out the inefficient hunters.
This is the cosmic reset. The defiance of the water buffalo ensures the lineage of the strong.
Harvesting the microscraps. This is the bottom-up recovery. No resource is wasted in the Serengeti. Every drop of blood fertilizes the ecosystem.
Strength is not just about attacking, but about enduring the storm. This is the cycle of renewal.
The lead pride male, a scarred veteran known as the Warlord, paces the perimeter. He is marking the line. The rogue buffalo charges, but the Warlord lion responds with defensive agility. Using the
bison close ranks, forming the phalanx mechanic. When this tank class operates in unison, they are nearly invulnerable to direct frontal assault. Assassins in waiting. This is the co-op coordination that defines the lion pride. The documentary highlights the tactical silence before the explosive reveal.
The lions can't reach the water without breaking the herd, and the buffalo can't drink without exposing their flanks. The aerial risk is extreme. If the lioness is caught mid-air, the goring damage is 100% lethal. In such low visibility, both sides rely on instinct and scent.
A visceral focus on the armor penetration. The biomechanical pressure is immense, requiring 1,000 pounds of pressure to breach the...
The perfect hunter dethroned. And then the tide.
The intelligence of the apex. He knows when to fold the hand to survive for the next opportunity. The cost of water. For the buffalo, it was blood. For the lions, it was the energy of the hunt.
The scavenger vanguard moves in quickly. It is the universal law of the wild that nothing goes to waste on this battlefield.
A realistic insight into the hard life of the assault class. The pride settles in for the long wait until the next advantage.
The rivalry between the lion and the buffalo is a biological balance. It keeps both species strong and sharp.
The buffalo must now choose between the ambush predator on land and the submerged assassin in the depths.
The lion tacticians move into Chonli exit ramp on the far bank.
The lead bull's leap creates hydrodynamic chaos. The herd forms a bovine bridge, but the ripping current causes...
The documentary explains the multi-tiered predator loop. The lions watch from the bank, waiting for the survivors to reach this.
The documentary narrator highlights the energy disadvantage of the prey. After a 50-meter swim, the buffalo's muscle oxygen.
The river battlefield is a scene of epic carnage, a total system breakdown. The lions have established...
The warlord launches his final assault. This is the moment of truth. The impact grunt.
Using brute force to break the interception. This is the phalanx breakthrough. Even the best-laid ambush can be shattered by the desperation of the herd.
A duel of the juveniles. This is the next generation's trial. Unrefined tactics meet raw determination.
extreme close-up on the buffalo's throat. The lion's jaws are millimeters away, but the buffalo uses its chin and boss to block the bite. This is active defensive shielding.
The camera captures the symmetry of the attack. One lion on the flank, one on the throat.
The sacrifice of the alpha is the cost of progress. His death allowed the 1,000 others to cross the king's proclamation. The territorial reward, the pride, now controls the river access, a strategic asset for future hunts.
The scavenger cycle begins again, this time at the Mara River. Here, marabou storks and vultures compete.
The eternal rivalry. Two species locked in a dance of evolution, each making the other stronger, faster.
For every titan that falls, a new warrior is born to take its place.
The inheritance of the predator. The buffalo provides the fuel, the lion provides the selection pressure, the victors of the season resting in the wild safari.
In the battle of African lion versus African Cape buffalo, there is no final